Hello, my dear students. In the previous video, we discussed the problems on correlation coefficient and lines of regression. I continue with the problems. Problem: in a partially destroyed lab record, only the lines of regression of y on x and x on y are available as 4x minus 5y plus 33 is equal to 0 and 20x minus 9y that is equal to 107 respectively. Calculate the coefficient of correlation between x and y. Solution: first we have to express the given equations appropriately in the form of y is equal to ax plus b and x is equal to cy plus d. Consider these two equations. Consider 4x minus 5y plus 33 is equal to 0. We must write this in terms of y is equal to ax plus b form. Therefore, minus 5y, shifting this term here to the right side, it will become plus 5 into y, that is equal to 4x plus 33. 4x plus 33. And divide 5 on both sides. Therefore, here 5 by 5 is y, that is equal to here 4 by 5 into x plus 33 divided by 5. This is in the form of y is equal to ax plus b. And consider the second equation. Also consider the second equation 20x minus 9y that is equal to 107. You must write this in the form of x is equal to cy plus d. Therefore here 20x keep as it is. Here shifting minus 9y to the right side, it will become plus 9y, plus 9 into y. And divide 20 on both sides. Here therefore 20 by 20 is 1. 1 into x is equal to x, that is equal to, we shifting this term, it will become only 9y divided by 20. Therefore 9 by 20 into y. Here already 107 is there, divided by 20. 107 divided by 20. Therefore x is equal to 9 by 20 into y plus 107 divided by 20. Therefore this is in the form of x is equal to c into y plus d. From these, the regression coefficients are respectively. What are the regression coefficient? Here the coefficient of x is 4 by 5 and here the coefficient of y is 9 by 20 in the second equation. These two are the regression coefficient. And also how to find the coefficient of correlation? The coefficient of correlation R is the GM of the regression coefficient. Here the regression coefficients are 4 by 5 and 9 by 20. What is the geometrical mean of A and B? The geometrical mean of A and B, that is equal to square root of A into B. The geometrical progression of the geometrical mean of A and B, that is equal to square root of A into B. Therefore, thus R is equal to, the correlation coefficient R is equal to square root of regression coefficient, that is 4 by 5 into 9 by 20, or the correlation coefficient R is equal to square root of the coefficient of x, that is 4 by 5, and the coefficient of y 9 by 20. Therefore here we solving these problem. Therefore 4 1s are 4 5s are. Therefore 9 divided by 5 into 5 is 25. 9 divided by 25. Therefore the square root of 9 by 25 is plus or minus 3 by 5. The required value of R is plus 3 by 5, since because both the regression coefficients are positive. Here you observe both the regression coefficient 4 by 5 and 9 by 20. These are positive. Therefore the regression coefficients are positive. We take the positive value. Therefore R is equal to plus 3 by 5, that is equal to 0.6. Next problem. Similar problem. 8x minus 10y plus 66 is equal to 0 and 40x minus 18y, that is equal to 214 are the two regression lines. Find the mean of x and y's and the correlation coefficient. Find the sigma y, that is the standard deviation for y. Sigma y is equal to sigma x is equal to, if sigma x is equal to 3. We know that the regression lines passing through x bar and y bar is wherever x replace x by x bar, y by y bar. And solving these two equations, 8x bar minus 10 into y bar that is equal to, here plus 66. Shifting this term to the right side, it will become minus 66. Similarly, here 40x bar minus 18y bar and that is equal to 214. Here by using the calculator you can solve these two equations. We get x bar is equal to 13 and y bar is equal to 17. These are the means of x. X bar is equal to summation of x divided by n. That is the mean. The mean for x. Here y bar is the mean for y. Next we shall find out the correlation coefficient. Therefore we shall now rewrite the equation of the regression lines to find the regression coefficient. Therefore here in the first equation we must write y is equal to ax plus b form. In the second equation x is equal to cy plus d form. Therefore here in the first equation, therefore 10y is equal to, shifting this minus 10y to the right side, it will become plus 10y is equal to here 8x plus 66 as it is. Therefore next we get here we need to find out y. Therefore divide 10 on both sides. 10 by 10 is equal to 1. 1 into y is equal to y. Next 10 by 8, that is 10 by 8 is 0.8. 0.8 into x plus 66 divided by 10. Therefore 6.6. Call this equation 1. Similarly in the second equation, here we must write it is in the form of x is equal to cy plus d form. Therefore we can solve this equation. Therefore 40x is equal to minus 18y, shift to the right side, it will become plus 18y plus 214. Here we need x, therefore divide 40 on both sides. 40 by 40 is 1. 1 into x is x, that is equal to 18 by 40 is 0.45 into y plus here 214 divided by 40 is 5.35. Take this equation 2. Next from equation 1 and 2, here we need to find out the regression coefficient. Here from equation 1 and 2, this is in the form of these two in the form of y minus y bar, that is equal to r into sigma y divided by sigma x into x minus x bar. This is a constant c, and this is in the form of x minus x bar, that is equal to r into sigma x into sigma y into y minus y bar. This is plus c. Therefore these two are in the form of regression, the equation of the regression lines. Therefore here compare these equations with regression line, the equation of the regression lines. This is y minus y bar. Y is equal to y minus y bar, that is equal to, this is r into sigma y divided by sigma x. Therefore compare this equation with the line of regression. Therefore r into sigma y divided by sigma x is equal to 0.8. This is the coefficient of regression line. And here this is in the form of x minus x bar, that is equal to r into sigma x divided by sigma y into y minus y bar. Therefore comparing r into sigma x into sigma y, that is equal to 0.45. Therefore these two are the regression coefficient. What is the coefficient of x here? 0.8. Therefore that is r into sigma y divided by sigma x. Here what is the coefficient of y? 0.45. That is r into sigma x divided by sigma y. How to find out a correlation coefficient? That is equal to the square root of the coefficient of x, that is 0.8, and coefficient of y, that is 0.45. It is equal to plus or minus the square root of 0.8 into 0.45 is 0.6. Here you observe that the regression coefficient, the regression coefficients are positive. Both are positive, 0.8 plus 0.8 and plus 0.45. Therefore the correlation coefficient r is equal to, we can take a positive 0.6, because since both the regression coefficients are positive. Next we need to find out sigma y if sigma x is equal to 3. Therefore we consider this equation, sigma y is equal to, we take this equation, therefore r into sigma y divided by sigma x is equal to 0.8. Therefore cross multiply. Here r, what is r? R is 0.6. R is 0.6 into sigma y, that is equal to, here sigma x into 0.8. Sigma x is 3. 0.8 into 3 is 2.4. Therefore 0.6 into sigma y, that is equal to 2.4. Therefore sigma y is equal to, here cross multiply 0.6. Therefore 2.4 divided by 0.6 is 4. Therefore sigma y is equal to 4 when sigma x is equal to 3. Next problem. Given the equation of the regression line, x is equal to 19.13 minus 0.87 into y, and y is equal to 11.64 minus 0.5 into x. Compute the mean of x and the mean of y's and the coefficient of correlation. Similar to the previous problem, solution, we have to compute x bar, y bar and and r. We know that the regression lines passes through x bar and y bar. Here replace x by x bar and replace y by y bar. Therefore, here x bar is equal to 19.13 minus 0.87 into y, and here y bar is equal to 11.64 minus 0.5 into x. And shifting minus 0.87 to the left side, it will become plus 0.87 into y bar, that is equal to 19.13. And here shifting 0.5 into x bar to the left side, it will become plus 0.5 into x bar, plus 0.5 into x bar, plus y bar rate as it is, that is equal to 11.64. Take this equation 1 and take this equation 2. Next, solving equation 1 and 2. By using the calculator, directly we can find out the values of x bar and y bar. We get x bar is equal to 15.94 and y bar is equal to 3.67. We know that r is equal to, the correlation coefficient is equal to the square root of coefficient of x into the coefficient of y. Therefore, r is equal to the square root of, what is the coefficient of x? The coefficient of x is minus 0. The coefficient of x, therefore this is the coefficient of x. The coefficient of x is 0.5. The coefficient of x, here you observe here, the coefficient of x is minus 0.5 and the coefficient of y is minus 0.87. We get that is equal to plus or minus 0.66. Here these two are the coefficient of x and the coefficient of y, both are negative. We must take the sign of r to be negative, since both the regression coefficients are negative. Therefore, x bar is equal to 15.94 and y bar is equal to 3.67. What is r? R is minus of 0.66. You can use this method also. We don't write the r into sigma x divided by sigma y, r into sigma y divided by sigma x. We can take only the coefficient of x. The coefficient of x itself, r into sigma x into sigma x divided by sigma y. The coefficient of y is r into sigma y divided by sigma x. Both are same. You just consider the coefficient of x in the equation. In this equation, the coefficient of x is minus 0.5 and the coefficient of y in the first equation minus 0.87. This is the correlation coefficient, that is r. Next problem. Compute x bar, y bar and r from the following equation of the regression lines. 2x plus 3y plus 1 is equal to 0. X plus 6y minus 4 is equal to 0. Since the regression lines passes through x bar and y bar, we must have here replace x by x bar and y by y bar. 2x bar plus 3y bar plus 1 is equal to 0. And here x bar plus 6 into y bar minus 4 is equal to 0. You must write these two equations in the form of, that implies 2x bar plus 3 into y bar is equal to minus 1 and x bar plus 6 into y bar, that is equal to plus 4. By using the calculator, you can directly find out the values of x bar and y bar. X bar is equal to minus 2 and y bar is equal to plus 1. Now to find the r, you must correctly identify the regression lines of y on x and x on y. So as to write down the regression coefficient. Therefore, we must write this equation in the form of y is equal to mx plus c or ax plus b. Y is equal to x plus b, and second equation x is equal to cy plus d. Therefore, 3y is equal to, here shifting these two terms, minus 2x, a plus 1 will become minus 1. And here we need y. Therefore, divide 3 on both sides. Therefore, 3 by 3 is 1. 1 into y is y. That is equal to, here divided by 3. Minus 2 divided by 3 into x. Minus divided by 3. Here minus 1 by 3. This is one equation. This is one equation. Therefore, this is the regression of the y on x. Regression of y on x. And in the second equation also, therefore, what is the second equation? X plus 6y minus 4 is equal to 0. Here we must write it is in the form of x is equal to cy plus d. Therefore, here x is equal to, shifting these two terms. Here plus 6y will become minus 6y, minus 4 will become plus 4. And this is the second line of regression line of x on y. And the regression coefficient will be, what is the regression coefficient here? Minus 2 by 3, and here minus 6. Therefore, r is equal to the square root of the coefficient of what? The coefficient of x. The coefficient of x is minus 2 by 3 into the coefficient of y. The coefficient of y is minus 6. Therefore, minus 6. That is equal to, here square root of, here 2 ones are 2 threes. Here 2 ones are, here 2 divided by, here minus of minus is plus, and 2 divided by 18. 2 by 18. Therefore, sorry, here minus 2 into minus 6 is plus 12. 12 divided by 3 is 4. Root 4 is equal to plus or minus 2. And this cannot be accepted as r lies between minus 1 and plus 1. In the property, in the previous video, in the first video, I told that in the property, the regression line, therefore, sorry, the coefficient of correlation r must be lies between unity, that does not exist unity. Therefore, the r lies between minus 1 and plus 1. Therefore, here r is equal to plus or minus 2. We cannot accept this value. Therefore, so we must change the given equation into the other possible form. That is, here the given equation is 2x plus 3y plus 1, that is equal to 0. We must write 2x is equal to, shifting these two terms, minus 3y minus 1. And here we need to write in the form of x is equal to cy plus d, and divide 2 on both sides. 2 by 2 is 1. 1 into x is x, that is equal to, yes, here minus 3, divide 2 on both sides, minus 3 by 2 into y, minus divided by 2, therefore minus 1 by 2. Therefore, x is equal to cy plus d. And in the second equation, we must write y is equal to ax plus b form. Therefore, this can be written as 6y, here plus x, shifting this plus x, it will become minus x, minus 4 will become plus 4. And we need y. Therefore, divide 6 on both sides. 6 by 6 is 1. 1 into y is y. That is equal to, here minus 1 divided by 6 into x, plus here 4 by 6. 4 by 6 is 2 by 3. Now the regression coefficient will be, here what is the coefficient? The regression coefficient minus 3 by 2. And here what is the regression coefficient? Minus 1 by 6. So that what is the correlation of coefficient r is equal to the square root of regression coefficient minus 3 by 2 into minus 1 by 6. Therefore, the square root of simplifying these two, we get a square root of 1 by 4. The square root of 1 by 4 is plus or minus 1 by 2. The sign of r must be negative. The sign of r must be negative because both regression coefficients are negative. Therefore, we take negative value. Therefore, r is equal to minus 1 by 2. Therefore, r is equal to minus 1 by 2 is 0.5. Therefore, x bar is equal to, what is x bar? X bar is equal to minus 2, y bar is equal to 1, and r is equal to minus 0.5. Thank you.